Hey guys, my name is Amber, and today I'm bringing to you a 15-minute mobility flow. You can do this barefoot if you're inside. If you want to do it outside with your shoes on, also works. Doesn't really matter. The one thing I wanted to say is I want you guys to pause this video as often as you need to. You need to slow it down. Start from where you are and use whatever you've got with you. You do whatever you're able to. It'll get better. Okay. Join me in yogi squat. We're going to start in malasana today. So you're going to want to turn the toes out. Option is to bring the hands together at heart center, right in the center of the chest here. I like to use that as leverage to really just press the knees open, getting right into the hips. And if you want to, you can start to kind of sashay from side to side, just lifting each heel one at a time, coming onto the toes. And as you're doing this, make sure that you're moving the tailbone down. The heart is opening, so shoulders are open. Yeah, just like that. A little bit of rock and roll. Couple more breaths here. Just sweeping out anything that might be stored in the hips. The hips are talking to you right now, probably telling you about the week that you've had with them, right? Maybe you've been sitting a lot. Maybe it's been a lot of driving or desk work. Take care to lift up the neck right here. The throat is open. One more breath. Big, deep breath in. As we exhale, we're going to bring the hands to the ground, turn the toes in, and come into a little ragdoll shape, just your basic forward fold. So option is to leave hands on the ground. My favorite is to bring my hands onto the back of my neck. That just releases the neck as much as it releases the back. And then start to move a little bit here from side to side. Maybe bending into the knees as you go right and left. Just taking a lot of the tension off of the back. And just letting everything from the waist up just hang really heavy on the legs. One more giant inhale. And let's open up the mouth to clear that out. Good. Bring hands back down to the mat. We're going to bend the right knee. And as we bend this right knee, we're going to sweep the left arm up. So leaning into that right hip. If you want to, you can take this left hand and tuck that behind the back, or maybe catch the front of the right hip. We're just pulling this left lung and shoulder up towards the ceiling. We're shaking out the head. And let's switch sides. We're going to bring the left hand down, the left knee bends. Inhale, sweep that right arm up high. And again, maybe just tucking right hand behind the back. Mobility is just about, it's just as much about building new movement patterns as it is about being open in the body. So that's why I always say we're starting from where we are. Don't worry about what you can't do. Think about what you're going to be able to do and how everything feels right now. Good. And let's come back to center. Bring the hands down onto the ground. Take a big breath in. Bring the feet together. So we'll heel toe the feet in. And then here's a side view for you. I'm going to bring my hands onto my shins and then draw the crown of my head forward. So I'm finding a lot of length in my spine right here. Tailbone's moving back. Crown's drawing to the front. Big breath in. And then as you exhale, round the spine up. These little cat cows here that we're doing, little contract and relaxes. Let's draw the crown of the head forward, inhale, and then exhale, round it up. 2 more of those, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Good, let's bring it all the way up, slowly drawing the hands up the thighs. And then big inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Good, tall like a mountain, reach the fingers, maybe wiggle the fingers. And catch the left hand. Let's pull ourselves over to the right. So we're leaning into the side body here. Just kind of gently opening. And we'll switch that out. Catch the right wrist, pull it left. Good, big breath in, lift up, and then we're just gonna slowly fold all the way down to the ground. And when you get down to the ground, we're gonna step both of the feet back to a plank position. So just about like you're going to go into a push-up. Spread out all 10 of these fingers. So feel the triads of the hands pressing down into the ground. Take a big breath in, and then we're gonna press back to a downward facing dog. So you're just making an upside down V shape with your body here. Try to press the heels down towards the back of the mat. And then big breath in, we're gonna rise up high onto the toes and then drop the knees down onto the ground. So they're coming right behind the wrists. And then curl the toes under, press back. As you press back, the knees open, the feet open, and the heels touch. Good. And we're gonna start to pick up speed here, just moving forward and backwards. So it's the exhale is when you come back to this position. The inhale is when you bring the knees down. So breathe in. And then exhale, press it back. We're just finding lots of opening in the hips here, so it might start to burn and tingle a little bit as we move through this. Let's go about 5 more times. Bring it forward. Exhale, press it back. Forward. Back. Good. Keep it moving. You don't have to match pace with mine. Just keep this moving for 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep that belly hugging in toward the spine. 1. Good. Let's drop the knees and find a little cow shape. And so lift the head, drop the belly. As you exhale, we're going to round the whole spine up toward the ceiling. Look down between the knees. And then inhale, move through again. 1 more time. Exhale, lift the back. And then come into a flat back right here. So shoulders stacked over the wrists, hips are right over the knees. And we're gonna curl the toes under, bringing the knees off the ground. Okay, so right here, bring your right knee to tap your right elbow, and then step that right foot past the hand. You're gonna feel like a contraction of the core right here. It's a lot of work. Keep the hands where they are. So this left knee is hovering right above the ground. And then we're gonna step that right foot back in line with the left foot. So right back to start. Left knee taps the elbow. Step that left foot forward. So right past the hand. Maybe you don't step all the way up. Maybe the left foot is lined up with the hand. That's okay too. So lean in right here and then step it back. Good. 1 more time. Step it up. Step it back. Step it up. Step it back. Good. This time we're going to shift. Step it up. And then we're going to turn into something called Skandasana. That's just a low side lunge. So this right foot is going to pivot toward the left. And we're going to sit down into the hip. Now, you could be anywhere along the axis. You could be all the way up here in Warrior 2. Just keep it safe. Sit down as far back as you can with the hips. So even if the knee is coming over the toes, that's okay. Main thing is we want to lift the spine. The left toe is flexed toward the face. Draw the arms out in front, maybe heart center, maybe even up. But just find that lift. 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's turn this back to center. We're going to pivot into a lunge. Then just feel the fingertips drawing you up through the side body. Breathing. 3, 2, 1. Good. Drop the back knee and lift it up. Let's do that 5 times. Drop, lift, drop, lift. Good. Hugging everything in. Drop, lift. 1 more. Drop, lift. And then let's bend open. Good. Hands to the mat. Step this back to your downward facing dog, your upside down V. Big breath in, rise up onto the toes. And then we'll exhale, knees down onto the mat. Good. We're going to curl the toes again, lifting the knees up to a hover. And then left foot steps past the left hand if you can. Good. We're going to turn to the right, so it's Skandasana. So left knee stays bent, right toes flex up toward the face, and then long in the spine here. Breathing in for 3, 2, 1. And again, pivoting back to the front of the room, crescent lunge. Good. Getting long again through the side waist. So you're building length here. You're pulling, using the fingertips and the arms to pull you up and out of the pelvic outlet. Good. So strong reach. And then exhale that back knee down. Let's go. 5. Up. 4. Up. Good. Starting to burn now. 3. Up. 2. Up. And 1. Good. Hold it. Bend the spine open. And then hands to the ground, downward facing dog. Good work. Let's start to pedal out the feet here. Just kind of bending each knee into center line one at a time. Feeling the backs of the legs release, letting go of any tension that we just brought on. And basically just letting the energy continue to move through us. We just moved a lot of energy. Let me shake out your head for a second here. Continuing to exhale. Big inhales. Good. And then we'll bring our feet together right at the back of the mat. Take that right leg up into the air. Good, and then bring it back down. Lift your left leg. We're gonna do 5 on each side, so let's keep it moving. Left leg down. 4. 3. 2. And we're not moving fast here. We're just kind of in the sweet spot between, we're in the control spot. How's that? 1. Good. And then last one, take your right leg high. We're going to bring this right knee to the outside of the right hand. So this time we're going to line this up. Hands come into the instep of the feet or the right foot. Let's pull the crown of the head forward. And then step the left foot up to meet the right foot. So we're back into our little squat right here. Lift up, take a breath in, and then we're gonna plant the hand, step the left foot back. We're gonna speed this up a little bit. So we're gonna step the left foot forward, and then see how fast you can take the hands off the mat as you're doing this. If you need to keep them there the whole time, that's fine too. So remember, we're staying with where we are. Good, step it back, pull it up. Step it back, pull it up. Last time, step it back, pull it up, and we'll hold. We're gonna hold this for about 3 breaths, and then we're gonna switch on to the other side. The bigger, more you breathe, the more you're gonna be able to clear out with your exhale. So really try to let go of something. Now, maybe you have something in mind that you wanna release right here. So breathe 1 big breath in with me, really deep. Hold it. Open up, let it out. Good, let's come back to our downward facing dog. So we're gonna take this left leg high and then step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Good. Just for this first one, we're gonna pull the crown of the head forward and we're gonna find that length, almost like you can, just so you can take a picture of that a mental picture of that in your mind, of what that feels like, that long spine. And then we're gonna pull the right knee toward the right elbow and step that forward. And again, maybe the hands don't come off the ground, but maybe they do. Let's step that right foot back, low lunge on the left. So we're gonna try to hit this long line in the spine between, every time we come back to this low lunge, and then let's step it up again. Good, we got 3 more, step it back, step it up. Step it back, step it up, 1 more, step it back, step it up, and let's hold. And again, just remember at any time you can pause this video if you need a little more time to complete your reps here. That is perfectly fine. Please go at your own pace. Last thing is going to be a little more intense than that. There are ways to modify, and then we're done. That's it. So let's come back to our downward facing dog. So from your downward facing dog, we're going to move forward again. So we're going to tap the knees on the ground. And then we're going to press back, opening up the knees, just like we did a little earlier. And from here, we're going to springboard off of one foot to get the other foot to the front of the mat. Now we're going to start with the right foot. So we'll springboard. We're going to power off this left foot and step the right foot to the front of the mat. Most likely, your foot will land by your hand. It might land past your hand, and both of those are perfectly fine. Let's step it back. Good. We're going to power off the right foot this time, stepping the left foot forward. And let's go back. And let's come forward. And let's go back. We're going to do 5 on each side. Step, back, step, back, step, back. 2 more. Right side, left side, right side, and pause. Good. We're going to pull this left foot through the portal of the arms. So go ahead and take the left foot off the ground. Slide that forward. Sit on the bottom hip, sit on the left hip. And then let's see if we can pull this left leg up in towards the chest. Feel free to bend this knee as much as you need to. Doesn't need to be straight. We are getting a little bit of a stretch in the back here, and as well as the hamstring. So flexing the toes towards your face. 3, 2, 1. Good. And from here, we're going to turn to the left. So a little bit of a pivot, and this left leg is going to take itself back into 3-legged downward facing dog. Right here. And just hold. Feel the breath moving in and out of your lungs. Feel the heaviness of the head, just reaching down towards the earth. And then let that left leg go. We're going to take a big breath in right here. Rise high onto the toes. Exhale, drop the knees onto the ground. And then press back, open up the hips. Let the heels come together. Big breath in, springboard off that right foot. Take the left foot forward. And this is the last one on the left side, so we're going to make this come through. So the right foot's going to step through. Sit on the seat. So the right hip comes onto the floor, and then we're just going to catch that foot. So however you can maneuver into this. And just doing what you're ready for. And for 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to let this go. We're going to pivot to the right. Hands plant. Right leg comes up and around. Right into our downward facing dog with the right leg lifted. So 3-legged downward facing dog. Bring your attention to the back side of your body right now. Just allowing everything to melt, the chest to melt, the head and neck to melt towards that left thigh. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Draw the right foot down towards the left foot. And we're going to slowly bring the knees onto the ground. Coming back into our hero's pose. Sitting right here. Finding hands on the knees. And we're going to close with a little bit of mindfulness. So just bring one hand onto the heart, the right hand maybe, left hand comes onto the belly. And then take a big breath in. Let's draw the shoulders up toward the ears. And then exhale, take those down and around the back. One more time. Inhale, lift the shoulders. Exhale, bring them back. Just continuing to breathe. All right, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you coming. Please leave any comments below if there's anything you need help with or if there's something you didn't understand. I would love to give you clarity. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.